Hi everyone, welcome back to Stamp with Sim and welcome back to my Snowflake Splendor card series. This is the second design of card that I've sort of made, and it is mostly using the DSP. So the DSP that we have, it's these beautiful sheets. You get like really nice papers, all snowflake themed. It's like this really pastel washed out effect. I love this one, my favorite. So obviously I've used the other half of these 6 sheets, and this card that I wanted to show you all is mostly using the paper and then the dies. So I'm going to show you how I put it together. So I'm just going to move them there. So you need a piece of cardstock, that's A4 cardstock, cut in half and scored in half. I just have to score mine. By the way, when I just thought I'd share this tip with you. It's not a new tip, but I always struggled when I had to cut my card in half and then score it in half, because I always forgot the measurements, and no matter how many times I wrote it down, I just felt that it was a huge struggle, and I know that I'm not the only one out there. So I put these little, don't know if you could see, I don't know what that is on my, oh, it's a bit of glue, I'm going to take that off. I put these little permanent mark lines, so at the 10.5 and then just before the 15 centimetres, just so that I know exactly where to score it at. Okay, so that's my card. And this is the designer series paper that I'm going to use, and it is just almost 1/2 centimetre. That's a little bit long actually. Shorter and narrower than what I have. I'm just gonna, just didn't cut that card properly. Yeah, that's perfect. So that's my base done, and for this sort of frame, I've used this Framelit. When I first made this card, it was a bit of an accident, because I hadn't cut it straight, and then I thought to myself, oh, I could use the border for it to make a little frame. So I'm just gonna, what I'm going to do is just sort of see roughly where I would want it, because you can always adjust it afterwards as well. I'm just gonna go there. Now I'm just going to go and die cut this in my big shot, which is just on my left. But you want to make sure it's straight. You don't want to just cut it any old how, because you want the frame to be straight. So I'm going to go and run that through my big shot really quickly. So I'm really looking forward to getting the new Stampin' Up, the mini machine. I probably won't be getting the big one because I have a big shot already, and actually I haven't really got the space. But I will definitely be getting the mini because this would fit through the mini. Just put that away. So I'm going to keep that. I'm not going to use it right now, but I might use it for a card that I make later, because that was the other piece, and I kind of cut a frame using the nested dies to make this card. So don't get rid of that because you might want to use it. And then I'm just going to turn this upside down and just poke these all out. I would use my die brush, but these are quite, they're a little bit more, what's the word? They're a bit dainty and a bit fragile. I don't want them to break, as in these pieces here. Yeah. Just shake that off in the bin. And then behind here, I want to put a bit of, I just need some Whisper White cardstock. Okay, and just let's hope that's big enough. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm just going to stick that on with this. Doesn't have to be straight. So basically that's my card. I'm going to stick this on as well. If you saw the previous video, you will see what an absolute mess I made of the card. I fixed it in the end, but I just forgot to put the ribbon down and it just ruined everything. I like to use glue when I'm sticking DSP or the base layer to the card because I can move it. But if I use the snail, I would have to be so good at putting it down that I wouldn't be able to adjust it or anything. I'm going to put my, I'm going to use some of this twine. Now this is part of, I'm going to say this is in the annual catalogue, and I'm going to say it's part of the Playful something set. I can't remember, but it matches because it's like a little bit of a blue. So I'm just going to take that around twice. These are my old snips. That'll do. Just to stop it flopping about, I'm just going to put that glue dot there. Just so it's, I think my bow is upside down. No, it's not. Okay, and what I like to do just behind here, it should be fine actually. I'm going to separate that a little bit if I can. Yeah. Okay, so all that's left for me to do is to stamp my greeting or my sentiment. And I'm going to go for May Your Season Sparkle. I think I used this the other day as well. I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. I love this colour. I think it works really, really well. Perfect. And all that's left for me to do is cut out some snowflakes. Now, if you didn't want to make another card, you could always use that piece to cut your snowflakes out of. I'm gonna use, did I use 2 small ones? Yeah, I used 2 of the small ones. So I'm just gonna get a different piece of scrap just to cut them out with, because I will probably end up using this piece for another card. Right, I'm just going to go and... Oh, no, I'm not going to cut it out of lavender. Oh, my gosh. What is wrong with me? I'm going to cut it out of A Night of Navy. Gosh, I was about to do what I did the again. So I've already got this piece that I didn't use for a card. So I'm just going to go and cut these out. I've done one. So I had one of my friends say to me the other day, she was like, Sim, why are you starting your Christmas cards in August? And I was like, actually, I ordered my bits in July, just because I think if people are going to be making cards to sell at fairs, they're not going to start making them in December because they need to sell them by then, before then. So I was like, and she was like, oh, actually, yeah, I didn't think of that. So if you are, well, depending on how things go, I think a lot of people will be selling online. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Yeah, I think a lot of people, a lot of crafters will be selling their creations online, like on lots of like handmade pages or their independent websites, because obviously we don't know if we're going to be able to show at, you know, exhibitions or fairs. I know I don't show at fairs anyway, sort of exhibit at fairs, but I know a lot of people that do, lots of crafters. So I'm making a landscape card. So I just want to, I'm going to put that down there. So yeah, online might be the way forward. Like people might be, lots of people might be making their cards this year. I don't know. Just depends how the pandemic pans out, really. Okay, I'm going to use some gems just to finish it off. Okay, I'm going to go for the blue and go for one there. I'm going to go for another fat blue actually, because I've got so many of them. I'm going to go for one there, and then these like I said in my video the other day, you can't really use these on all your projects just because the iridescent, it just doesn't work. But because this has a little bit of the yellow, not yellow, purple tinge to it, might work. Okay, so that's the card made. It was super easy to make. You could make lots of these, like really they're using like the positive and the negative piece of the die. So I've only got this one, but I do plan to make another one to make 5 sets of cards using the other piece, so I'll save that. But yeah, just kind of wanted to show you how simple it is. And if you're not a stamper, you could always put a cutout sentiment in there. If you do work with paper crafts and you don't like rubber stamping at all. But yeah, I would definitely think about buying this suite because it is really, really nice. All of these products are available to purchase from my online store. But yeah, any questions, please drop me a message and I would be happy to help. My next video is going to be on the same card series, so all using this suite, but I think I will showcase layering with you all, again using the DSP. Hope you've enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I will speak to you soon. Bye.